Mike, there's a candidate for brewery manager that I want you to meet.
Is he the one whose resume was on the fax machine this morning?
Yes, that's the one, Clint Norris. What did you think of him?
He's the angel of fucking death. Now then, you worked at Spritz Brewing, a failed mega brewery, Duluth Brewing, a failed regional brewery, and Kangaroo Brew Pubs, a failed brew pub chain. What about the gaps in between? I consulted. Of course you did.
I've decided to hire Clint.
Is that really necessary?
What do you mean?
Wouldn't an arsonist be cheaper and get the job done quicker? Gopher, clean the kettle, and then mop the floor.
Okay, Werner.
Well, Werner, we're fucked. Mary Jo is dead set on this Clint Norris guy. What's wrong with him? He's closed more breweries than Prohibition. Dude, I can't lose this job. I have a wife and kids to support. You live in your mom's basement and you spend your entire paycheck on weed. Duh. It's my dealer's wife and kids I support.
Don't worry, honey. You'll find something else. And if we need to relocate, I'm portable.
I know. It's Werner I'm worried about. This is the only job he's ever had. Where's he gonna go?
He'll find something.
He drinks too much. He smokes too much weed. He subs out all his grunt work to Gopher, and he's always taking time off to go to his grandmother's funerals.
Then why did you hire him?
He's the most brilliant brewer I've ever met. Dude, I went on a bear run this weekend. So? You do every weekend. Yeah, but this weekend Stash and I had to go to Montreal on, business. And we came back through Vermont and we stopped at that brew pub you like, McNeil's, and picked up some Imperial Stout. Dude!
Mike, to the office, please. Mike, to the office.
Oh, gotta go. What do I owe you for the beer? Well, how about if I come over for dinner this weekend and Reese makes her famous risotto? We'll call it even. Dude, the way you eat, you should owe me money.
Our flagship is the #1 selling microbrew in Maryland and has been since its rollout.
That's right.
I think it's time to change it.
When you started at Spritz, weren't they the #1 brewery in the country? And didn't they change their recipe and go out of business?
What's the point?
It's punching holes in your hat. The idea is moronic, and so are you. I'm not reformulating the beer that pays my salary to salve your enormous ego.
I thought you'd say that, so I have a fallback plan in place. Good day.
Dude, how'd your meeting with Clitoris go? Hey, was it something I said? My breath? What? Hey, are we still on for dinner Saturday night? Hi, Reese. Mike here?
He's upstairs.
Is he mad at me?
Do I know? Does he tell me anything?
Yes, he's mad at you! I thought we were friends, and you knifed me in the back. Now you think you can buy me off with a case of beer? Dude, what the hell are you talking about? You're not reformulating the flagship beer? No. I told Clitoris to go fuck himself. And besides, it's 2 cases of beer. Well, why didn't you say so? 2 cases? Come on in, have some risotto. I wonder who they did get to do the reformulation.
Just a minute. Honey, it's Gopher. He wants some help with a recipe?
They asked Gopher to do the reformulation. Fucking guy can't brew coffee. So he asked for my help. I said, we'll help him, all right.
Why do you guys call him Gopher?
His real name is Topher Gittes, so we call him Gopher. Shut up!
Because you make him go for coffee and stuff?
Hey, I never thought of that before, but that works too. Hey, I was down at the Lost Dog in Arlington and I saw our beer on tap. You couldn't have. We're not licensed to sell beer in Virginia. Dude, I saw it with my own eyes. Who are you gonna believe? Me or your own eyes? Hey, doesn't Clitoris live in Arlington?
That means Clitoris is stealing beer and selling it illegally. And he must be getting Gopher to falsify the inventory.
Well, thanks for dinner, Mrs. Cleaver. Gee, that was swell.
Well, thank you for coming, Lumpy. And thanks for the booze. I'll wrap up the leftover risotto and you can take it home.
No, that's okay. Go on, take it. I'd rather have you take it than Reese eat it and get fat.
I heard that.
So, when are you going back to Vermont?
Boy, I'll make you an Imperial Stout that's better than McNeil's.
Better than McNeil's? Double or nothing risotto. You're on. I'll get my home brewing stuff. Reese, what are you doing up there?
Nothing, honey.
You're not eating chocolate again, are you?
No, honey, I wouldn't eat chocolate. That's not on my diet.
Would you give that brew pot a stir while you're up there?
Okay, honey.
Thanks!
You're welcome. Uh-oh. Whoa, that's chocolatey. That wouldn't be from the chocolate malt, would it?
Chocolate malt doesn't really have chocolate in it. Lucy, you've got some splaining to do!
Wah! Oh, Ricky, I dropped my chocolate into your brew kettle. Wah!
You know, that beer's so good you could make it commercially.
We've looked into opening up our own brew pub, but even if we're mortgaged to the hilt, we still come up short. Hey, my gran used to say, follow your dream, no matter where it may lead you. Was she the crazy one? With all the cats? Yeah, that's the one. She was real?
If it'll help you guys, I'll throw in my inheritance from Gran.
I thought she left all her money to a cat shelter.
She did, but she left me some stocks or something. You can look at them if you want. They're in my car.
Stocks?
Yeah. Some of them are like 50 years old. They're probably expired by now. But you can have them if they'll help.
IBM, General Motors, Merck, Microsoft. Gopher, these are worth millions.
What, not enough? I've got more at home in my sock drawer.
No, that's plenty, old pal. Now let's think about how we're gonna help Gopher with the recipe.
A very special beer requires a very special yeast.
How about alembic yeast? That'll give it a funky flavor.
Now skip all the beer yeasts and the wine yeasts. Go down to the bottom of the page.
There's just a bunch of wild yeasts listed by where they were sourced from.
Order yeast number 666.
Anus of cat? Dude, your gran would be proud. So this is the big day, huh, Gopher?
Yeah, all the bar owners and distributors are inside right now trying my new beer. Oh my gosh! I forgot to put in hops!
Don't worry about it. No one will ever notice.
Tastes like ass! Excuse me, sir. Would you care to try Chocolate Chunks Triple Extra Stout?
The G-Man! How did it go yesterday?
I think you know how it went.
I made coffee, Gopher.
I saw you coming and I fixed a cup the way you like it. 11 sugars, right? I even put a coaster under it this time.
Go clean that fucking kettle. And you can call me Mr. Gittes from now on.
McCluskey, I need that old recipe now!
Well, looky here, Boss Clitoris. Boss Gopher done told me to clean the kettle, and I got to do what Boss Gopher done tell me to do.
Gopher, clean that fucking kettle now! Is it coming, McCluskey? Is it coming?
Coming? It's not even breathing hard. Okay, here it is.
Whew. Print it off for me.
Uh-oh.
Not to worry, Clitoris. We have a backup copy.
Is that the disc that Gopher's using as a coaster?
McCluskey, you are so fucking fired.
I may be fired, but you're a felon. It's a federal offense to transport untaxed beer across state lines.
You're fired, too.
Didn't you get my resignation letter? To whom it may concern. It is with mixed emotions I leave Cambridge Brewing, LLC, the only employer I've ever known, to pursue new opportunities elsewheres. AMF. Na.
Very eloquent, Doctor.
Why, thank you, Marm. You know, it took forever to scratch that with my car key into the door of his Escalade.
Well, Werner, we did it. 2 beers here, bartender.
Uh-oh, I just remembered. We left Gopher in the kettle. He can't get out unless one of us lowers him a ladder. He's stuck in there all weekend without any food or water until Mary Jo comes in on Monday.
Hey, he's got a water hose, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. It's not like he has a date or anything.
What would you have, gentlemen? Beer! Oh, beer!